Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned Albino Plays, Murder by Numbers episode 6. This old man just got strangled to death. Did Bobby Price do it? You might think that would be your first guess. That would be mine anyway. I wouldn't like bet money on it, but that's just like the first impression that I would get. You know what I mean? Right. Let's keep investigating. I am recording this on a binge recording it from the last episode, so I did not read any comments on the last one yet about whether people actually like the puzzles or not. But I personally am in a hurry. So this is just what we're doing for the time being. It may change. Come on, I should be D rank by now. A spill? That could suggest some kind of struggle, maybe. Smells like whiskey. Whiskey? Ah, fermented grain liquor. Pairs well with beef and wild mushrooms. Would you say this smells domestic or imported? Since when do you know so much about whiskey? I scanned a copy of Rise and Shine magazine in the lobby earlier. Philip Marlowe's fascination with alcohol is finally starting to make sense. Seems like it was Dick Stanford's fascination, too. He must have been drinking it before he went up for his award. That's everything from my quick scan. Should I make a more detailed sweep? Sweep? Not yet. I think we've got enough to suggest what happened here. Ooh, you have a theory already? I can't wait to hear it. Dick committed suicide by strangling himself. Dick was murdered. Someone must have been waiting for him backstage. The whiskey suggests he was drunk, so he couldn't have put up much of a fight. The killer only had to put his hands around his neck and... Lights out for Dick Stanford. Scout? Was that a quip? It's a quote from one of your detective novels, but I'm working on a routine to make my own. I've got to admit, I'm impressed. No, really, not bad for someone with no experience or training. Who knows? Maybe this time you can catch the killer before he jumps off a 10th floor balcony. The body's in here. I want forensics to... Honor! What are you doing here? We've been trying to figure out what happened here. I thought I made it clear last time. You are not a detective. But we... And as for this toaster of yours, it's got no feelings, no intuition. It undermines all the principles of good police work. Don't you at least want to hear what we found? Absolutely not. I've got a trained forensics team coming in. I can only hope you two idiots haven't contaminated all the evidence. Now get out of my crime scene! He didn't seem pleased to see us. No, but that's not going to stop us now, right? Right! Let's find some more evidence! Question you again? Are you the same ones as before? The real cops are finally here. You ready to let them take over now? Not just yet. Did you know Dick personally? I met him a couple of times. Can't say I liked him. Guy was always blowing his own horn. Really? I'm surprised you didn't get along. It sounds like you had a lot in common. Funny. Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to hurt him? Not offhand. But that's the thing with this town. You never really know anyone. Tell me about it. What do you think about Bobby Price? He looks nervous, doesn't he? Then again, I can't blame him. I hear his show is pretty close to getting canceled. What's your impression of Kathleen? I don't trust her. She's hiding something. You sure it's not just because she's smart and a woman? Pfft, okay. I've got no problem with smart women, as long as they're not smarter than you. Are we still talking about Kathleen? Let's investigate. Do your stuff, Scout. Image mode, activate. Rapid fire scanning systems are go. Gotta go fast. Yeah, that's no good. Celeb life. I still need to see the Sonic movie. I've been wanting to. You know I want to see Jim Carrey kill it as Eggman, bre. It's an old issue of Celeb Life with a feature on Dick Stanford. This must have been written just after he retired. Looks like a typical puff piece, all about what a great guy he is. Here's something for your database, Scout. Gossip magazines like Celeb Life are total garbage for people that don't have lives themselves. I have added this to my database. Thank you, Honor. That's weird. The last page has been torn out. All that's left are the first two words. However, rumors. I wonder what the rest of the article said. The rest of the article said, rumors are that Bobby Price's show was going to get canceled. Definitely. Is there more to investigate? How many damn puzzles could there be in one location? I mean, I don't see... Oh. 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 No, my methods are just as effective as any other person's methods. It's just weird is all. You think that it's inefficient. I say that it's unique. And we have ourselves a hip flask. This smells just like the whiskey we found in Dick's dressing room. Do you think this was his hip flask? If it was, how did it get out here? Oh, that's all you gotta say about it? Alright. I'm gonna present this hip flask as evidence. Get that away from me. Damn it, Honor, you know I can't stand the smell of whiskey. Why not? That's not... The week before we got married, he got wasted and crashed his dad's yacht into the San Diego pier. I don't know what was worse, the broken arm or the 3-day hangover. Thanks for reminding me. According to this magazine article, there was some kind of rumors going on around Dick. Do you know anything about that? Nope. You know I keep out of all that showbiz drama. I feel like his voice needs a slight alteration. Because my regular one is too close to the Honor one, and then they get confused a little bit. Ugh, is that whiskey? You know I hate that stuff. What's your point? Okay. An acceptance speech? You didn't seriously think you were going to win Best Actress, did you? It's not my speech, it was Becky's. Ouch. I guess money really can't buy everything. Yeah, like, it can still be mine, just like slightly deeper. A bow tie? You know I don't wear those things. What's your point? I'm not showing you my locket. That is mine, and mine only. It's the only defense I have against craven thugs like yourself for whatever you did. Okay, we're backstage. We invested, like, can we try and go to the, or we should maybe go to the main hall and, like, talk to other people that are here. All the people are gone! What if the killer got away? Not everyone. Bobby and Kathleen are over there. I guess the cops are focusing on anyone with a direct connection to Dick. They're the weirdest couple I've ever seen. Okay. Let's see, Bobby or Kathleen? Why don't he want me no more, man? That's the only scene from Fresh Prince I've seen. It's like, I don't even care if I had no father. He wasn't no father to me. Or something like that. What? Oh, it's you. Sorry, this whole thing with Dick has got me kind of bugged. Is it true what that guy set up on stage? You trying to find the killer? I'm trying to find out what happened to Dick. Just like you did back at your TV studio. Damn, for playing a detective to being a real one. That's a wild career change. I'm not exactly a real detective. I'm just trying to help. Oh, for sure. That's cool. Wait, you don't think I did it, do you? I'm not like that. Why would I throw my whole career away just to murder some old guy? It's no secret that you and Dick didn't get along. And when you left our table during the ceremony, you said you were going to give him a piece of your mind. That was just talk. Why would I pick a fight with Dick Stanford? If anything, he hated me for taking over his show. Do you know if anyone else wanted to hurt him? Probably a long list. He acts nice in public, but in real life, he's got a reputation. If you talk to Kathleen, she put up with his grumpy ass for years. Or how about that chick who started screaming about how she should have won Best Actress? Becky? Much as I may dislike her, she's not a killer. You sure about that? She looked crazy enough to do anything. Pretty cute, though. Did Kathleen not get along with Dick? They seemed kind of tense on stage. She had to work with Dick every day for almost 20 years. Forget tense, I'm surprised she's still sane. The girl who wanted to win Best Actress was Becky Call. She plays the lead in my show, Murder Miss Terry. I thought she looked familiar. She was pretty pissed about not getting that award. It was a big deal for her. I guess if anything could drive her to murder. People do crazy things sometimes. Make mistakes in the heat of the moment. Doesn't make them a bad person. Hey, are you friends with her? I'd love to get her number. To get her on Backtalk, I mean. I bet she'd be a great guest. You took over Backtalk, right? Is that when your problems with Dick started? Yeah, and that asshole knows how to hold a grudge. I hadn't been on the air 10 minutes, he was already talking shit about me to the press. He's too flashy. He's ruined the show. Sure, we updated things a little, but come on, man, that set hasn't changed since 1979. Couldn't you just ignore him? Sure, but then the hate mail started coming in. He's got all these crazy fans. My ratings crashed. They're already talking about canceling the show. So your TV career was threatened by Dick. Would you say that made you angry? Well, yeah. But I wouldn't kill the guy over it. Let's see, let me present some stuff to you. Hip flask? Do you recognize this hip flask? Is it yours? Detectives always have them in the movies. I've never seen one in real life before. Have you read this Celeb Life article about Dick? No. Seeing his photo on the front cover was enough to put me off. It says there was some rumors going around about Dick. Figures. A lot of my crew worked on the old show with him. From what I hear, it wasn't exactly easy to work with. Anything bad enough that someone might have wanted to kill him? Sorry, I don't remember. Someone spilled whiskey in Dick's dressing room. Do you know anything about that? Whiskey? Must have been his. You definitely did that. We found handprints around Dick's neck. Someone strangled him. Doesn't narrow it down much, does it? After all, everyone here has 2 hands. This is serious, Bobby. I know, I get nervous. Not because I'm guilty or anything, just the whole situation. This was supposed to be Becky's acceptance speech for Best Actress. Damn, that sucks. Wish I could help her out somehow. Oh, put her on the show and put her on the casting couch. Yeah, whatever you want to do. I don't know anything about that, sorry. I'm not showing you I'm not just gonna show people my locket for no reason. That's me and me alone. You think this chick's British? She seems like she might be like a British actress. I hear you're investigating. That's not British at all. I hear you're investigating what happened to Dick. I hear you're investigating what happened to Dick. I wish you the best of luck. I guess you've heard by now, Dick was strangled. Oh, God. Please, don't tell me any more. I can hardly bear to think about it. How long did you and Dick work together on Backtalk? Oh, many years. I've heard people say it's hard to imagine there was a time before I was on the show. You weren't there from the start? I didn't join until the 2nd season. They wanted someone who could attract more viewers. You should have seen the outfits they tried to squeeze me into. Hardly more than swimsuits some days. That's terrible. That's television, but I stood my ground. I like to think I made a difference. How was your relationship with Dick? Oh, we got on just fine. Really? When we met him, he was kind of an ass. This is Hollywood. Everyone has their problems, but I'm a professional, and people who complain get a reputation. Besides, no one wants to hear about backstage drama. They'd rather just relax and enjoy the show. Although I don't think anyone was expecting the show they saw tonight. Do you know Ryan Blackstock? He was on stage earlier. You mean tall, blonde, and handsome? I was wondering who that was. Funniest thing, I saw him with Dick earlier today. They were getting lunch at Dylan's on Fairfax. Lunch? Why would Ryan be getting lunch with Dick Stanford? Your guess is as good as mine. Whatever it wasn't going very well. Seemed like they were arguing. I wish I could tell you more, but I was in a cab at the time. I only caught a glimpse. You don't think it could be related to what happened to Dick, do you? What do you know about Bobby Price? He's talented, but he's got big shoes to fill if he wants to keep hosting Backtalk. He doesn't seem to be much of a fan of Dick. They never saw eye to eye. Dick hated having his show taken away from him, and Bobby hated working in Dick's shadow. Hated it enough to kill Dick? Bobby is young, ambitious, and impulsive. More than that, I can't say. Does this belong to Dick? I don't think so. But you saw what he was like on stage tonight, drunk as a sailor. Is there a chance the hip flask belongs to anyone else? We should investigate every possibility. Well, it could be Bobby's. I've heard he started drinking to cope with the stress. The production team aren't happy. Imagine going through all the trouble of rebooting a talk show just for the new host to get carted off to rehab. Have you seen this article about Dick and celeb life? Of course! Dick was very proud of his front page billing. I'm guessing he was less happy when he saw how the article ended. Something about rumors? We're still missing part of the article. Let me guess, the entire last page was torn out? Dick did that to every copy he could get his hands on. He never could take criticism very well. Personally, I think it's good that these magazines do a little digging occasionally. Call it investigative journalism if you like. So you think there's some truth to the rumors they printed? Can you tell us more about what they were? Sorry, I'd love to talk, but I have to take this. Damn. Well, we got to investigate around here some more. Puzzle, dude, no, I'm not doing big puzzles. Never doing the big puzzles ever again. But I'm gonna make sure my senses aren't dulled, because they're eventually gonna be doing more of the, like, you know, the ones where it's like a speed test and then you don't get the hints and you just gotta do it. I can do those. And I'll always be able to do those, because I am a champion. As always. Oh, we got a wallet. Oh, I knew that was a wallet before you even said wallet. Hell yeah. You know, either it was a wallet with cash in it or a wallet with a head of lettuce in it. Felt like the first option was a bit more likely. Someone must have dropped this without realizing. It's nice, real leather. I wonder who it belongs to. We should try to return it. There's no ID inside. Just small bills and a check stub for $50,000? It was paid today, but I can't see who it was paid to, just an account number, Ryan's. Can I assume from your facial expression that $50,000 is a lot? It's a hell of a lot, maybe even enough to kill for. You know, I could be wrong, but I think Ryan used to have a wallet like this. Oh ho 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 ho! We got a bone to pick with Ryan. I want to implicate you for this murder. But that's also probably just a trap, you know? They set up this dude who's like, you like him for it, just because he's a dick, but then he didn't do it. It teaches you to keep your emotions in check when you're trying to objectively assess a crime scene. Kathleen said she saw you and Dick arguing over lunch earlier today. Care to explain? Ah, that was nothing. We were talking about some business. Things got a little out of hand. It happens. Except in this case, the other guy turned up dead a few hours later. What, you think I did it? What is it with you? You've always got to turn me into the bad guy. We're just following up on the available evidence. It's nothing personal. I think this scout thing is a bad influence on you. I'm serious. I do my best to support you, but you don't make it easy. Hey, you found my wallet. Couldn't help noticing you wrote a big check today. You went through my stuff? You just can't help checking up on me, can you? Don't flatter yourself. I wanted to see whose wallet it was. So, what was the money for? Nothing. Just business. $50,000 of business? That's a lot of nothing. I don't have to explain myself to you. Well, there wasn't much else to go on there. Although maybe we could question Bobby about that little rehab thing that Kathleen mentioned. Uh-huh. I've heard Dick was arguing with Ryan Blackstock earlier today. Do you know him? Know anything about that argument? Ryan who? Sorry, I don't know the guy. Oh, okay. I don't know anything about that, sorry. Is this your wallet also? Do you guys share a wallet? Just curious. Have you read the celeb like article about Dig? No, see. Oh, yeah, okay. No, same thing. No, I don't mean to. Oh, that's not what I've heard. Is it true that you drink when you're stressed? What? That's crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. In fact, I've seen Dick with a hip flask backstage. It's probably his. You saw how he acted on stage. Guy was a drunk and an ass. Someone spilled whiskey in Dick's dressing room. Whiskey must have been his. Okay. I mean, we don't have anything else to question you about. Let's go back to the dressing room. Dude, why are you everywhere we go? Can you stop following me around? Well, now that the cops are apparently not here anymore, we could... No, we can't investigate. Okay. Have I investigated everywhere? Oh, why are we going back here? You're still here? What did forensics find? We're still waiting on blood tests, but in my professional opinion, Dick Stanford was strangled to death. We knew that already. Oh, well, we also found whiskey spilled on the floor. Telltale sign of a struggle. Yep, we knew that too. Jesus H. Christ, how about the door handle? I guess we missed that one. Aha! See? That's why you should leave this to the professionals. We know to check for prints. You found prints? That's great. Well, not exactly. The handle was wiped clean. Smells like the killer cleaned it with the whiskey. The alcohol would have acted as a solvent, a very effective solution. So let me get this straight. The only new thing you found is where some fingerprints used to be? Look, it's not about who found what. It's about coming to the right conclusions. And that takes experience, expertise, and intuition. You want conclusions? We've already got two suspects, Bobby Price and Ryan Blackstock. Is that so? What's your evidence against Bobby? Hip flask. We found this hip flask backstage. It contains the same whiskey as we found at the crime scene. And I've heard Bobby Price has a drinking problem. Interesting. It needs more evidence to back it up, but it's a good start. How about your other suspect? What's that Silver Spoon Blackstock kid got to do with this? Ryan Blackstock was seen arguing with Dick this afternoon. Not much on its own, but he also signed a check today for $50,000. Bodies have a nasty habit of showing up when there's that much money at stake. And Ryan isn't exactly trustworthy. Oh, you know him? He's my ex-husband. He's also manipulative, a damn good liar, and an ass! I'm going to assume he picked that up from you. What can I say? He's a fast learner. Okay, I'll admit, you found a couple of good leads. I'll follow up on them just as soon as I finish my report. But we found those leads. Can't we at least keep looking for more evidence? Do you need my help with your report, too? Can't we at least keep looking for more evidence? No way! You're lucky I don't arrest you right now for interfering in an investigation. Now get out of here, will you? I can't afford any more liabilities. The captain's got me under a microscope on this one. Okay. Oh, hey, we're back. I thought I told you to leave you alone. You know, you're starting to become predictable, Detective. And you're starting to become a real pain in my ass. Do you want something, or are you just here to bug me? Honor's mother dropped her bag in here earlier. We'd like to look for it. Your mother, huh? Yes, her bag. That's why we're here. All right, but do it quietly. I've got paperwork to finish. Good thinking, Scout. Since when do you know how to lie like that? It was one of many things I learned from those detective movies, along with the snappy one-liner subroutine I mentioned earlier. You'll have to show me later. Right now, we better look for clues before Cross realizes what we're really doing in here. We have to question him, though. Can we talk? Do we have to? I'm snowed under with paperwork here. And didn't your mom want her bag back? I wanted to hear your thoughts on the case. An experienced detective like you, I bet you've already figured out who did it. Spare me the flattery, Ms. Rye. You're not getting my permission to investigate. I'm just waiting for the forensics report to show up, then I'm starting the interviews. Forensics report? But we already know Dick was strangled. Right. Any amateur can see that, as you've demonstrated. But we still need to know the details. Time of death, blood tests, that sort of stuff. I'd rather be collecting evidence instead of waiting for paperwork, but I've got to make sure I follow procedure to the letter after what happened on the last case. I can't help but feel kind of responsible. Good. One of many reasons why I don't want you getting involved again. What's with all the paperwork? You never struck me as the academic type. Captain's orders. I gotta do this one strictly by the book. Everyone at the station has been giving me hell since the case of your studio. I arrested the wrong guy, the murderer escaped, and all the crucial evidence was found by an amateur and a talking alarm clock. Sorry. We're not trying to ruin your reputation, Detective. Ruin my reputation? They already think I'm too old for casework. The department's full of know-it-all kids these days. I've been trying to tell them something stinks about the way Frank Pritchell died, but they won't listen. You mentioned Frank Pritchell. That's the guy who killed Blake, right? Right. Jumped from the 10th floor before I could get to him. Neat little suicide note and no evidence of forced entry. But you don't think he killed himself? I don't know what I think yet. What I do know is I've been working cases since before you were in diapers, and I've learned to trust my gut. And it's telling me there's something screwy about the way Frank Pritchell died. You seemed surprised when I mentioned my mom. I did? I guess I was just shocked at the thought there might be another version of you walking around. Another me? You couldn't be further from the truth. That's what everyone says, but we all end up like our parents one way or another. I'm probably not supposed to present evidence to you. Let's do some investigating. Sorry, Detective, I just need to run an image scan on the entire room to find my bag. Could my bag possibly be inside the back pocket of this dead corpse? A medallion? What do we have here? It's some kind of coin, but I don't recognize the currency. That's not a coin, it's a medallion. They give these to recovering alcoholics. And according to the engraving, Dick Stanford has been sober for 40 years. If that's true, the spilled whiskey must belong to the killer. Whoa. Okay, we'll show him the medallion after we finish other investigating. Puzzle starred, you don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. It's a public display of affection. Gross! Ew! Arrest them for indecent exposure. You listen to the PDA, it's just a recording of two people making out. This must belong to Dick. Looks like it's password protected. Can you hack into it, Scout? Sorry, Honor. This is a little embarrassing, but I don't have the right cable. I can only interface with devices bearing an RS-232 port. This device's interface is proprietary. I need some kind of adapter to connect to the PDA. I can't access the data without it. Got it. Well, let me know if you see one around here. I think we found everything we can in here, at least while Cross is watching. A password-protected PDA and a medallion? Is that enough to crack the case? I don't know about the PDA, but the medallion definitely raises some interesting questions. If Dick doesn't drink alcohol, then the whiskey and the hip flask it was spilled from is a direct link to the killer. And I think we have a pretty good idea of who it belongs to. Bobby Price. Bobby Price! What are you two yammering about? I don't mind you looking for your mom's bag, but can't you do it quietly? We just found it, actually. We'll get out of your hair. Enjoy your paperwork, Detective! It's incredible. She's so much like him. Oh, he knew our father. You look like you lost something. Need any help? What? Oh, hi! Lost something? No, nothing. Are you sure? I can find anything. It's cool, it's cool. I'm just, trying to find a men's room. I thought you said you weren't looking for anything. Ha! I guess I did. Anyway, I'll just be... Well, that was weird. Oh yeah, you'll just be going even though I can still question you. Yeah, just present evidence. Yo, I'm gonna check out this medallion. You told us that hip flask was Dick's, but he hasn't had a drink for over 40 years. What? Well, then it must belong to somebody else. What about that Ryan guy? You can't pin this on me. I didn't do anything. I don't know anything about that, sorry. Well, there's nothing else to recognize this hip flask. Okay, so we're not changing anything. Nothing else to show to you. Nothing else to investigate. If we go back to the main hall... You know, I get the feeling Bobby really was looking for something. Do you think there's evidence hidden here? Doesn't hurt to take a look around. Really, you get the feeling Bobby really was looking for something? What could possibly have given you that idea? Oh, this one's easy. I don't need to cheat this one. Look, just for the puzzle fans out there, I'm gonna do this one completely normally. Alright, sorry, my brain just works like 10 times faster than most other people, so if you couldn't really follow that, I'm sorry that you're slow, but I'm extraordinarily gifted. Come on, we're D rank. Yeah, give me that D rank. A silk handkerchief? That's weird. And kind of gross. Perhaps Bobby dropped it when he left? Maybe. He doesn't strike me as the silk handkerchief type. What do these embroidered letters indicate? Don't sneeze? DS. Scout, this must belong to Dick Stanford. But Dick died in his dressing room. What's his handkerchief doing here? And why does it smell like whiskey? Well, that's easy. He was wearing it when he was strangled, and then I don't know why it would be gone at that point. You like get some blood on it that was not his or something? I don't know. Let's go back to the dressing room and show it to the detective. Yo, detective, I went and found myself a silk handkerchief. I don't want to risk showing that until I'm absolutely... Okay, never mind. I got nothing to show to you. We're going back to Bobby. You recognize the silk handkerchief, Bobby? Come on, Bobby, you can talk to me. Talk to me about this silk handkerchief, Bobby. Where'd you get that? We found it in the main hall, right where you were standing earlier. It's not mine. I know. The monogram says it was Dick's. That's great. I mean, that's great detective work. The weird thing is it smells of whiskey. Maybe he liked the smell? Scout, would you join me in the dressing room for a second? Why, Honor? Yes, let's go. But, bye then? Are you ever going to let me finish this damn report? You don't need to. We've got all the evidence you need. You've been investigating? Do you even realize how much danger you're putting yourself in? There's a strangler out there. I know, and we think it's Bobby Price. He wanted revenge on Dick for sabotaging his TV career. Dick hated him for taking over Backtalk. He used his influence to attack Bobby in the press. Bobby's ratings hit rock bottom. He's on the verge of cancellation. And tonight, Bobby had to sit and watch as the guy who was ruining his career got a Lifetime Achievement Award. That pushed him over the edge. He waited backstage for Dick to go back to his dressing room, and then he strangled him. It's a nice theory, but the only thing tying Bobby to the room is that hip flask, and he says it belongs to Dick. That's where our new evidence comes in. medallion and the handkerchief. We found Dick's sobriety medallion. He's been sober for over 40 years. Which means Bobby was lying. The hip flask is his. A sobriety medallion? Where in the hell did you find that? In here, detective. In here? You said you were looking for a handbag. Yes, Scout, we did say that. It's not about who found what, it's about coming to the right conclusions. What a load of crap. Where'd you learn that, Amateur Detective Monthly? You said it earlier this evening. Well, you can't just... I can't believe I'm getting outsmarted by a toaster oven. Which brings me to the issue of Dick's handkerchief. When we found Bobby backstage, he was clearly looking for something, so we had a look in the main hall around where Bobby had just been. And we found a sick handkerchief. It was throwing up all over the place. That wasn't there earlier. That thing stinks of booze. I think something happened to make Bobby nervous. Really nervous. So nervous he needed a drink to calm his nerves. You think he killed Dick? He has the means, the motive, and the opportunity, but he wasn't prepared for how it would affect him. He was shaking so bad he dropped his hip flask. And what about the handkerchief? He'd just killed Dick and spilled his drink everywhere. He was desperate to clean up the evidence and get out before anyone found him. So he grabbed the nearest piece of cloth and used it to mop up the spill. And the fingerprints on the doorknob as he left. I'll be damned, it all fits. Not bad for an amateur, huh? If it wasn't for this goddamn report, Oh, to hell with the paperwork. I think it's about time I had a chat with Bobby Price. But don't start congratulating yourself just yet, Ms. Rai. This isn't over. So, that's the evidence against you. Anything to say for yourself? I didn't mean to do it. I just wanted to talk to him. You call that talking? I'm guessing you didn't like his answer. I didn't get an answer. He came backstage with his award and completely ignored me. Walked straight past, like I didn't even exist. I put up with a lot of his crap since I took over Backtalk, but that was too much. I busted down his door and... But I didn't want to kill the guy. I just got carried away. I swear I barely touched him. Not knowing your own strength is no defense against murder, Mr. Price. I'm taking you in. Yeah, that doesn't exactly prove it. Dude, Kathleen's in on it too. She, like, drunked him up. Or, like, poisoned him, perhaps. They're gonna, like, okay, they're gonna get, like, the toxicology report back, and it's gonna be like, Dick was poisoned. Or something like that. Don't go anywhere, Ms. Rai. We still need to talk about this detective hobby of yours. But yeah, the poison just, like, took effect as he was, like, sorta being strangled a little bit. But, like, not even really strangled, just, like, pushed down or whatever. Where were you? You missed the fireworks. Is Detective Cross still here? No, you just missed him. He left with Bobby. What's up? An urgent package arrived for him. I told the police officer I would give it to Detective Cross personally. And they just let you have it? I told them I'm Detective Cross's new personal assistant. They seemed impressed. I think I preferred you when you didn't know how to lie. What was the delivery? I'm not sure, but it must be important. It's a toxicology report. It's a toxicology report. You're so transparent on the fact that it's definitely a toxicology report. And it's definitely going to prove exactly what I just said. I would bet thousands of dollars on this. Blood test, same thing. It's the exact same thing. The important thing is that we will arrive at similar conclusions. This must be the forensic report Cross was waiting for. Oh my, if I'm reading this right, then these blood results mean... What? What does it mean? I have to take this to Cross. This changes everything. What changes everything? Detective Cross, where's Bobby? Talking to his lawyer. Why? Dick's blood test came back and... Well, see for yourself. I don't believe it. This says... And that means... Bobby Price couldn't have killed Dick Stanford because he was already dead. I don't understand. Bobby confessed. The robot's got a point, and there were strangulation marks on Dick's throat. I never said Bobby was lying. He did strangle Dick, but that wasn't what killed him. According to this blood test, Dick was poisoned. He died before Bobby even laid a finger on him. You're telling me Bobby Price strangled a corpse? I know it. I don't even know if that's illegal or not. But that means whoever killed Dick is still loose. Not for long. We've got that whole building in lockdown. Whoever it is, we've got them cornered. That means there's still time. Let's go. Wait a second, how did you get out of the building? One of your officers thinks I'm your personal assistant. Gee, I don't know how they got that idea. You know, you two make a great argument for early retirement. What happens to Bobby now? He's out on bail. One of the benefits of being a TV star, I guess. Good lawyers. So he's gone? What if we still need to question him about something? He's not going anywhere. One of the conditions of his bail is that he cooperates with the investigation. Don't forget, I've done this 100 times. I know what I'm doing. Unlike you. Detective! I saw you taking Bobby Price into custody. I always knew he was trouble. In that case, I'm sorry to disappoint you. He's innocent. Innocent? Are you sure? I found the evidence myself, Mom. Dick was poisoned. But don't worry, we'll catch the real killer soon. I've had just about enough of this. How many times do I have to tell you? You are not detectives. But I don't want to hear it. I let it slide when it was about your friend, but this? You're out of your depth, Ms. Rai. You really want to help? Here's a job for you. A hot pink 4x4 was double parked out front. It was getting towed as we arrived. Why don't you two use those detective skills of yours to find the owner? They need to go collect it from the impound lot. A new mystery to solve. Forget about it, Scout. He's just trying to keep us out of his way. You're damn right I am. You think this stupid car is more important than finding a murderer? Absolutely not. But it's the only thing I'm gonna let you investigate around here. Take it or leave it. Perhaps we should just investigate the car, Honor. Whose side are you on? I've even got your first piece of evidence. They checked inside before it got towed and found something on the dash. Let me take a look. Oh, yeah. We need... Yeah, everybody in this... in the whole game is just... They got no microvision whatsoever. They can't see things that are directly in front of their face. They need it all to be scanned by a robot. Everybody's using, like, borrowed, broken eyeballs. Because the sun flared up one day and everybody went blind. Ooh, it's an envelope. Is it one of the golden envelopes? Aha! It seems to be a letter! Great. A new lead and the most pointless errand ever. If Detective Cross won't let us investigate the murder, we don't have to give up. We should focus on what we can do instead. He only gave us this dumb job because he wants to keep us out of his hair. How does that help? That might be what he intended, but we can still use it to our advantage. He's given us a chance to show what we can do. You're right, Scout. Up until now, he's always been there. But now we can prove that we can handle something without any help. Right! We just have to find who this letter was sent to. Nothing we can't handle. We are a team, after all. So what does it say? I can't make it to the awards tonight, sweetie. Your idiot father is remodeling the kitchen again. I hope this cute car makes up for it. Lots of love, Mom. Oh, that's Becky's parents for sure. I've got a pretty good idea who this belongs to. Just 1 second, Anna, Ms. Rai. You're not going anywhere until we talk about this detective nonsense you've gotten yourself into. Sorry, Mom. You heard Detective Cross. We have to find out who owns that car. Oh, don't worry about him. He understands the situation perfectly well. So, you're doing detective work now? About this whole detective thing, it's hard to explain. But why? Why do this? You had the job you wanted on that stupid TV program. I lost that job, Mom. Someone wanted me off the show so badly that Blake got killed over it. I can't go back. So find another show! There must be others. God knows there's enough crap on TV these days. You should be happy. You never wanted me to be an actress anyway. Happy? Happy that you're risking your neck chasing down murderers? I know you don't agree with it, but you're damn right I don't agree with it! Have you lost your mind? After everything that happened to your father? How can you even say that? How can you say I've forgotten what happened to Dad? I flew back that night. I quit college. Then you know damn well why I can't let you go down that road. He spent his whole life chasing criminals, and look where it got him. I think if he was here, he'd want me to. Don't you dare try to tell me what he would have wanted. I knew him a lot longer than you did. You know what? You're right. I didn't know Dad very well. He never talked to me. Don't be ridiculous. He talked to you. You did lots of things together. He read to you every night. I know. Philip Marlowe, Sherlock Holmes, Poirot. He introduced me to all the great detectives, but never himself. That's not his fault. It was hard enough for him to talk to me about his work. You were just a kid. He was my dad. Didn't I deserve a chance to know him? All I have left is the fiction. It's not the same. You can't put yourself in danger just to feel closer to your father. Focus on the memories he left you, the photographs. That's why you gave me the locket. I would have given it to you sooner if I'd known what you were doing. It was good to see Dad at the Brown Derby again. Did you take the photo? Me? I never went to the Brown Derby. A restaurant that looks like a hat? Damn fool idea if you ask me. He always went there with his work friends. His captain, his partner. Wait, Dad had a partner? Forget about it. That's not important. Why? I don't understand. Why is this a secret? If Cross was his partner, I don't... You said Dad went to the Brown Derby with his partner? I don't remember Dad having a partner. Of course he had a partner. He was in the police force. Are you still in contact with them? If anyone can understand what I'm doing, it would be Dad's old partner. I think they'd tell you to listen to me and keep yourself safe. That's what your father would have wanted. Oh, well, it turns out Dick was poisoned. We're still trying to figure out exactly what happened, but... Honor, stop! But you love Dick Stanford. Don't you want justice for him? Of course I do, but not from you. You heard Detective Cross. If you want to investigate something, you find out who owns that car and then go home. I don't know why I would show you anything, really. Find the owner of that car yet? My mom won't let me go. Which is not a sentence I thought I'd have to say at 29 years old. 29? You're at least 40. You should listen to her. She's only got your safety in mind. You're always talking about keeping me safe. What does that even mean? When have I ever been hurt? You've been lucky, but you're dealing with killers. That luck's gonna run out sooner or later. Why do you care so damn much? What are you so scared of? Oh, I get it. Trust me, you don't. No, I get it now. You're old. You said yourself they want to put you behind a desk, but you wouldn't listen. Then me and Scout come along and we solve Blake's murder. We find the evidence. We crack the case. That's got nothing to do with it. You don't care about me. You never have. You're just scared. You're scared that I'm better than you. I swore an oath. To protect and serve? You're only trying to protect yourself. That's not true. Then what are you scared of, detective? I'm scared you're going to make a mistake. You're going to get yourself killed. Stop and think for a second, just for 1 second, what that would mean for the people who care about you. For once in your life, listen to what your mom is telling you. Walk away. You keep talking about what my mom wants. What about what I want? I swear, it's like you two are ganging up on me. She's just talking a lot of sense right now. I just found out my dad had a partner in the LAPD. Do you think you could help me find them? Sorry, I'm homicide, not missing persons. I know, if I could find them, they might be able to tell me more about my dad. I make a point of not knowing people these days. Makes the job easier. I've got a photo of Dad outside his favorite restaurant. Can't you at least show it around at the station? Look, there are a lot of cops on the force, and the Brown Derby was a popular place. I can't help you. I didn't mention the Brown Derby. What? How did you know it was my dad's favorite restaurant? Like I said, it was a popular place. Just a lucky guess. I don't know. It's a small world. Wait a second. I never noticed before, but the photo in this locket is folded in half. Scout, take a look at this. Oh boy. Damn, that's a gigantic photo that fits in a locket. If it's 15 by 15, how big is that locket? That thing should go around like 3 people's heads. It's all finally coming out. Look, it's a photograph we already knew, but I needed you to scan it again, for absolutely no reason. I don't believe it. You're in this photo right next to my dad. Fine. Yes, I worked with your father for 10 years. We were partners. You knew! All this time you knew who I was? Not at first. I hadn't seen you since you were a baby. Joshua always tried to keep work and family separate. But when I saw you working to solve a case, it all clicked. It was like seeing him alive again after all these years. Why didn't you say something? Like what? Oh hey, you know who you remind me of? My dead partner! Besides, it was never the right time. I needed you to respect me as an officer of the law, not one of your dad's old friends. I thought you hated me. I was just trying to keep you out of trouble. Joshua saved my ass so many times out on patrol. The least I could do is return the favor for his daughter. Were you there when he... I don't want to talk about that right now. Look, maybe I can't stop you from trying to be a detective. God knows nothing could stop Joshua once he had a lead. So go right ahead, look for evidence, question people. I won't stop you, but I'm watching you like a hawk. As soon as I think you're going too far, as soon as I think you're in real danger, it ends. Do you understand me? I just think I didn't ask you what you think. Do you understand? Yes. Good. I don't hate you, Honor. I get what you're trying to do. But I have to make sure you don't get yourself in above your head. I own that much. Are you okay? Yeah, it was just a lot of information. What happened to your father? Mom never told me the details. He just went out to work one day and didn't come home again. And you were left with a blank space in your past. I understand. But Detective Cross may be able to give you some answers. Didn't you hear what he said? He doesn't want to talk about it. Not yet, but he gave us permission to keep investigating. He may be coming around. I don't know. He wasn't exactly enthusiastic. Seems like everyone's telling me to give up. Just because everyone's against you doesn't mean they're right. I guess we'll have to find out. Let's get out of here. We still gotta talk to whoever owns that car. Backstage. Dude, it's getting real right now, and like I'm officially invested in the story now. So like this is good, and I'm gonna see it through to the end. That's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Sunburned Albino, and I will see you guys next time.